Ah, the art community. So nice and peaceful and oh, people are trying to cancel a what? An art style? Dear God, here we go. Hi, I'm Bree, and yes, I changed up the style of my character a bit since I didn't really care for the last one too much, but anyway, I'm gonna be talking about the jelly art style and my opinion on this strangely hated art style since it was a requested topic to talk about. This is gonna be one hell of a topic, that's for sure. So let's get into it. The jelly art style. An art style that popped up a while back. I'm not really sure who created it, but it was loved all over TikTok once it was seen. And when I say loved, I mean it was loved. And can you blame everyone? And the style is just wow. It ended up getting so popular, it was the main style you'd see on your For You page. But of course, this is TikTok we're talking about. Once this style got a bit too popular for their liking, they all randomly started bashing it, saying it was overused and some saying it was ugly. People using this style got hate all of a sudden. It was an annoying mess of pure hatred. Like, my For You page was full of hate videos. It was ridiculous. And I'm sorry, but like, gosh, do people have nothing else interesting in their lives? Why is this an issue in the art community? It's actually laughable. Like, how is this the issue? Art drama has gone from actual drama to just weirdos on the internet hating on everyone and everything. In my opinion on this whole thing, this hate is incredibly stupid, as well as the whole thing becoming a quote-unquote drama. Like, what? This shouldn't even be a drama. Let people draw what they want. Is it hurting anyone? No. So why is it an issue? I adore this style. I mean, look at this. Shout out to this artist. It's so beautiful and it's literal eye candy. Yes, it seems repetitive due to being used a lot, but does it really matter? It's not hurting anyone and it's deserving of its popularity because it's beautiful. Do I think this style is overrated? Absolutely not. I don't think a style can really be overused or overrated. Saying this style is overrated is the same as saying realism or abstract is overrated. Also, it takes a lot of time. I tried it and wow, was it difficult. So the clout is deserved for the hard work. Plus, for the dramatic haters thinking the style is taking over, it'll probably end up like the 2020 alt style. Used a lot, but it'll die down in a bit, so calm down. I really don't get why TikTok just randomly starts hating on things once they become too popular, and are instantly overrated even if the overrated thing in question is deserving of its love. Actually, now that I think about it, the whole situation is a lot like the 2020 alt style. It got really popular and a lot of people used it. I was one of them. But then it just started getting hate once it got too popular. Now, of course, it's fine if people are hating on their own 2020 art styles, but other people hating on their accounts without their permission to mutually make fun of their work, that's terrible. The 2020 alt style didn't last that long, just like this one probably won't either. So it's not like it's going to take over your For You page forever. And even then, the not interested button exists on TikTok for a reason. But if it still remains as this popular style, who cares? And it's fine if you don't like it. Nobody has to feel forced to like a style, but you don't have to go out of your way to harass people who use this style. Like, is it really affecting you that much that you have to throw a fit over it? I guess some people think it's boring, but most of the artists who have this style are just doing it for fun, so let them be. And some just use the style to gather clout because it's honestly true what they say about the style. It's hard to get seen without these type of styles. Does it make the jelly art style bad? No. Is it your problem? Not at all. Just scroll if you don't like the art style. A lot of people I've seen are also hating on the people, mostly kids, for wanting to replicate this beloved style. And like, does it really matter? It's not your life or your art, so why does it matter? When I was younger, I would try to replicate styles I saw, and it helped my growth in my own personal styles. Trying new styles can be good for beginner artists, so it's genuinely not a problem. For those using this style for clout because they don't think their work is worthy enough for the algorithm, remember that algorithms don't define your skill. I've seen beautiful and painfully underrated works on TikTok. I think social media has ruined a lot of artists because they don't want to draw to make themselves happy anymore. Most draw for some stupid algorithm that doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter about your likes or your following. As long as you're having fun and drawing, that's all that matters. People also hate that it's kind of repetitive. Like, you can't really tell which artist drew it, and I get it's kind of annoying to see the same thing over and over, but the jelly style isn't the only style out there, even if it's pushed more. If it becomes something that genuinely annoys you a lot, press not interested and comment and like posts with different art styles. That's usually how I control the sides of TikTok I'm on. But the repetitiveness is true, I'll admit that. And some have said it has same face syndrome. If you're wondering, it basically means the characters are drawn to have similar or the same facial features, as the name kind of suggests. And yeah, I won't argue with that. In a lot of cases, they do have same face syndrome, but it doesn't make the art bad. Actually, on the topic, I'm not a big fan of the same face syndrome term being used to insult artists. It's kind of annoying. It is bad to have same face syndrome if you want to be diverse with your style's facial features, but constantly commenting on people's art about it is pretty freaking annoying. There was actually a trend this past year where artists would test if they had it, and those who did would get rude comments about it. While same face syndrome is an issue if you want to be diverse with your features, people can draw on the styles they want, and it's really not your decision. A similar reason people dislike this art style is because a lot of people say it lacks diversity. This goes hand in hand with the repetitiveness, making it all the more annoying to people. I'll admit this is true. It's almost always girls with the same features, slightly switched up. But what does it matter to the viewers of the art if the artist is having fun with their hobbies? Yes, diversity in art is a great thing, and I think artists should practice it, and I would recommend people practice it. But not having diversity doesn't make you any less of an artist, and you don't have to have it. I mean, it would be different if you're going to make examples to apply for an art-based job or want to have a job in something that draws people, maybe like a character designer or something. Diversity is kind of needed in that area. I mean, if two people applied for the same job and one had repetitive-looking people and the other had diversity, the employer will most likely go with the second person. But nobody is forced to have diversity in their art since there's no guidebook to art, and I don't get why the artists are getting hate for it, as if you want to see diverse works, look for an artist who does that rather than bashing on the original artist. But like I said, diversity is good in your art. Practicing diversity in things like races and body types is good for your journey as an artist, and it helps you make your style more flexible. If you want to be diverse but you don't believe it looks good enough, keep practicing and watch tutorials and guides. And remember that practice takes time, so you don't have to rush yourself. But whether you want to be diverse or not is completely up to you, especially if your art is just a hobby, but it is recommended by me and other artists. And another thing is, in this style, the lack of diversity is not the style's fault. It's not impossible for diversity to be seen in the art style, so I don't see why people are hating on the style itself. I mean, it's not the style's fault. This doesn't mean to hate on the artists, because we can't force anyone what to do in their art. People also hate on the fact that they only see headshots and not full bodies, but that's just the artist's choice. The art style does take long, so maybe they want to stick to simple things. And even if they can't do full body, what's the issue? It doesn't make the art style any less good, and it's not even a problem. And while yes, I love to see people attempt more than just a headshot, it's not really my choice. And I'm not complaining if they decide not to go past the shoulder, since it's really not a big deal. I do hate the fact that the style is being pushed more than others though, as there are a lot of styles that deserve this recognition. But I think that's just one of the big issues with TikTok. They only allow these types of styles, and often the artist's lazy work, to go viral, making a lot of artists unmotivated. All styles deserve to be seen, as they all have wondrous amounts of effort put into it. So for this video, my main point is that this drama is incredibly dumb and a perfect example of how the TikTok art community is terrible. Once something they love is too popular, it becomes overrated and everyone suddenly hates it. The style is lovely just like every other style, and you're allowed to dislike styles, but don't go out of your way to just hate on them. But as I've said before, this is my opinion. Whether you agree or not, it's fine. You're allowed to have your opinion, and I just hope you deal with things the right way. If you dislike the style, that's perfectly fine. Just maybe don't hate on others for having it. There's no bad art styles, and the creators that get hate for this don't deserve it. Well, that's all. Comment your video topic ideas, and maybe I'll cover them. Comment your input on today's topic, whether you agree or not, and make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. Oh, and here are the QR codes for today's drawing. Bye!